Hey everyone, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are all having a really great week so far. Today I have for you another Sims 4 speed build, and this time I created a base game starter home. This is probably a bit overdue for some of you because all the builds I posted so far have been pretty pack heavy. This one is not. This just uses base game, and in addition to that, it is a starter home. Now let me rephrase that a bit. It's a starter home for 3 Sims. I believe a single Sim starts off with 20,000 simoleons, and then you get an extra 2,000 per person. And I believe this house comes in right under 24,000 simoleons, so you would need 3 people to purchase this home, or you can just use cheats, of course. So for the exterior, I made it pink. I like pink. Pink's one of my favorite colors, and surprisingly the base game has some cute pink swatches on the exterior. And I built this home in Willow Creek, so I went for a shotgun style home since Willow Creek's kind of supposed to be like a New Orleans type of vibe. This home will be part of a save file that I'm working on. I think like most Sims builders, I deleted every single house and I'm working on my own builds. So this one will be part of it, and it will come uninhabited. So again, if you have a house of 3 Sims, this will be a cute little place for them. I am also doing something maybe a little bit different for my save file. I'm actually creating completely original townies. Now I know some of you might not like that, so I'm keeping the original townies in the folder of like unplayed household, but I don't know, I just wanted to really push myself and just create all new characters, new stories, new drama. So yeah, I can't guarantee when I'll have this save file finished. My hope is to get the base game world renovated, so that would be Willow Creek, Oasis Springs, and Newcrest, and release that as a part 1 while I work on the other worlds. It will probably take me a very, very long time to finish everything, but if I could get those 3 worlds done, hopefully, I don't know, I really can't put a date on it, but hopefully sooner rather than later. So I carried the pink theme from the exterior into the interior with this. I actually have never used those pink terracotta tiles, and I couldn't believe it when I saw the swatch. I was like, oh, this is so cute, I should use this. So that was my first time. This build, I mean, yeah, again, it's a starter, so it's not very cluttered. It's pretty simple, it's pretty minimalistic because I only had so much money to work with, so I couldn't clutter it up like I normally do with my other builds, or like I really wanted to. I even had to delete some of the windows because, you know, if you ever built starters, that's like one of the first things you usually do is you delete windows to get your money back. I did build this in the family I had in mind building this was maybe parents and a teenager who live here, so that's kind of what I based it off of. But again, it's pretty generic because it's a starter home, so there's not too much personality. You could probably move really anybody into this and just swap out, you know, a big bed for a toddler bed if you needed to. If you're a Sims 4 builder, you know that building with only base game can be hard, and then building a starter home is just such a challenge. Some of the base game items are surprisingly expensive. When I was doing the landscaping, which you'll see at the end, I really wanted to put rocks in, but even the deep rock rocks costed like 4 simoleons, so I had no money. I couldn't put any rocks in, so that was sad. I was pretty bummed about that because if you've listened to any of my other videos, you know I love using rocks as fillers in landscaping, so that was not an option here because I didn't have any money to do it. So this bedroom, again, this is kind of what I imagine maybe a teenager living here, and just pretty much a bed, a desk for homework, a dresser, a mirror, and a poster. That's about all I could afford to fit in here. Overall, I think it turned out pretty cute though. Like I said, you know, I did what I could with the money that I had, and I like the way that it came together. I also would have had this speed build up yesterday or 2 days ago, but my microphone broke, so I had to order a new microphone to use. Anyway, this speed build is coming to an end. It's pretty short because it was a pretty quick build. Being base game, I don't have a lot of options, so I didn't have to menu scroll as much as I usually do. Another thing with this is you're actually seeing pretty much 100% raw footage. I did very, very little editing on this, so this is kind of like a very organic speed build in that you can really see my process and how I work. So I don't know, I thought that was kind of cool. Because again, I did almost no editing. One of the only things I chopped out was my husband got home and I had like paused for 5 or 10 minutes real time. So I chopped that out, of course. But otherwise, yeah, I didn't really edit it much. I couldn't afford to put a fence. So don't sue me if your Sims fall off, because I couldn't afford to put a fence around the front porch. But I wanted a front porch because, again, like when I think of southern homes, I think of like big oversized front porches. And yeah, I think all of the plants are debug because, again, I had no money left, so I only had debug options. But I think the base game debug plants are pretty good, so I like the way that landscaping turned out. Anyway, I said I was going to wrap this voiceover up earlier, and I never did, but now I really am because the speed build's almost over. If you guys liked this video, I would love for you to give it a thumbs up, and you can go ahead and give me a subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks, bye-bye.